Okay. What are you bending over backwards not to tell me? What are you keeping from me?
What makes you think there is anything else?
Because I know you, Heather, and the last time you were keeping something from me, you were acting the same way. Come on, what?
What's that?
In a minute.
Is it the police?
Scorpio. I want you out of here.
No, I'm staying here, Scotty.
No. I'll tell you about it all later, what happens, all right?
Oh, come on, we've got to stick together.
You will. I'll tell you all about it later.
Scotty, I thought we were partners.
We are. You're just a silent one. Oh, returning to the scene of the crime, are you?
Well, actually, I'm here to see you. You mind if I come in?
Might as well. I stopped you.
You're most gracious.
Good morning.
Heather was just leaving. She stopped by. I think there's some papers here, but they're still at the office.
You can go. I want to talk to him.
No, actually, I don't need to get back
okay.
anything at the office.
Come on, Heather. The clients are waiting. They want those contracts.
Scotty.
Go on. Now, what can I do for you?
Run the forgery bit by me again.
I thought I explained that to you last night.
In that case, why did Susan write herself a note to call the bank regarding that forgery?
Because she wanted to drop charges against me.
You're trying to tell me that she was prepared to forgive and forget, is that
That's
it?
exactly right. She decided not to pursue it.
In that case, why did you take the note?
What? It's the first I've heard about that.
Well, somebody must have taken it, and you were the last one here, as far as we know.
No, except for the murderer.
All right. Exactly. That's the reason I want you to come downtown with me and ask her a few questions.
Formally?
If by that do you mean you require a tuxedo, the answer's no.
No, I mean, if you're pressing charges, I want to have a lawyer present.
Any way you want it, Scotty, just so long as we do it my way and I get answers.
Fine. I have nothing to hide. Lead the way.
There's a squad car out there. I'll be there in a minute.
All right, fine.
Quartermain residence?
Stella, it's Robert Scorpio here.
Oh, good morning, Commissioner. Whom did you wish to speak to?
You.
Me? Why?
Well, I'd like you to come down to headquarters, please.
Now?
Well, as soon as possible, if you would. Look, it really won't take much of your time. It's important, otherwise I wouldn't ask.
Oh, very well. I'll be there shortly.
Thank you.
Oh, excuse me. Commissioner Scorpio was just on the phone. He wants me to come down to police headquarters right away.
Why?
I don't know. To answer some more questions, I guess.
Why you?
I don't know that either, but I'll be back as soon as I can.
What could Scorpio possibly want with her?
You suppose Stella knows who took the gun?
It's possible she's always wandering around the house late at night. I mean, it's possible that she saw what happened.
Yeah, but the question is, if Stella does know who took the gun, is she going to tell Scorpio?
Well, why else would he ask her to come down here? He must know that she knows.
Well, who told him?
I don't know.
No, this is all too confusing for me. I'm going into the den and lie down.
Yeah, I have to go upstairs.
Wait a minute, what about the hospital?
You go ahead. I'll join you later.
All right, let me put it this way. Would you say yours was a marriage made in heaven?
Hardly. But when I left Susan that night, things were pretty straight between us.
Well, apparently Susan didn't agree, or so the note would indicate.
You don't know that for sure.
And I'm finding it harder to believe that everything was sweetness and light with you either.
What do you want from me?
Humor me. How about a bit of truth, just for a change?
What do you think you've been getting from me, Scorpio?
Enough to keep me working, but not enough to incriminate you.
God's sakes, man, I don't even own a gun.
So what?
So what? How could I have shot her without a gun?
You could have gotten one.
Yeah, well, that's very easy for you to check out. Why don't you call up the firearms department, get some clerk down there to check it out, but I'll save you the trouble. I've never bought a gun in my life, okay?
Maybe you borrowed one.
What am I, gonna walk up to somebody on the street and say, man, let me borrow your piece, I want to blow somebody away?
Who says you'd even bother to borrow one?
Wait, now you're saying I stole the gun?
What I'm saying is that you could have borrowed it and then conveniently left it behind at the scene of the crime.
I don't even know anybody that's got a gun.
Quartermains, perhaps.
Oh, man, you're crazy.
You had access. The gun was in the desk drawer and you were there alone.
You're really guessing now.
You denying it?
Look, I don't have to because this is as far-fetched as the rest of this trumped-up cardboard case you're trying to pull here.
I don't think so, Scotty.
Well, then you prove it.
I thought you'd never ask. Send her in.
Now what?
Ah, Stella. I believe you two know one another.
Yes, sir.
Now, would you kindly refresh Mr. Baldwin's mind for him, please?
Oh, don't you remember, Mr. Baldwin?
I don't know what you're talking about, Stella.
Well, you needed a pen, and you went into the den to find one on the desk. You gave it back to me before you left the house.
Suddenly, it all comes back to you. Thank you, Stella. That'll be all.
That's all?
Oh, it's more than enough, darling. Now that your memory is suitably lucid, is there anything else that you may have forgotten to tell me?
I want a lawyer.
I wasn't thinking of that.
Are you denying me from having a lawyer, Scorpio?
I'm asking you if it may not be a little premature.
No. Just want to be careful, that's all.
That's your prerogative. Be my guest.
Hello.
Lee, it's Scotty.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Listen, you've caught me at a bad time. I'm running late this morning. I'm just on my way to the office.
Can you make a stop first?
Where?
Police headquarters. I think I need a lawyer. Fast.
So what have you got for me?
Some research results I'd like to go over with you.
That's it?
Oh, and a surprise visitor.
No, I can't handle any more surprises.
Oh, no, this one you're going to like. Waiting in my office.
Not another suspect, I hope.
No, wait, look, before we go in, would you mind telling me why you broke off your interrogation of Scotty Baldwin in the middle there?
I,
Did you feel you'd worn him down?
Yeah, I think I bored him to death. He rang up his lawyer.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, another delay.
No, I think you're getting to him.
He's getting to me. What are you doing here? Something wrong?
No, I've been conducting a little research. I thought you might like to hear about it.
Oh? Well, anything to take my mind off this case.
Then this won't help you. I've been able to pinpoint the exact time that Alice arrived at Kelly's on the night of the murder.
How?
Well, Rose was in the back with the delivery truck driver. He was calling AAA for a tow. They were able to give the exact time of the phone call.
You're amazing. Well, come on, what is it?
9:20, which means that Alice must have left Susan's at about 9:10, just like she said. What do you think?
Well, I think that if there's a reward going for information, you're in for a piece of it.
I'd say a very large piece.
There's something else?
Well, what Holly found out confirms our research that a city bus stopped by Harborview Road at 9:10 that night. We got the exact time from the driver's log.
Right, so now we know where Alice was anyway.
Yes, and we also know a lot more. I got that report on the bathtub overflow. This should interest you very much. By measuring the speed at which the water was flowing into the tub. Now, you realize that takes into consideration the volume of the tub and the displacement.
Et cetera, et cetera.
The boys have determined that for the water to be leaking through the ceiling when Susan's body was found, water had to be turned on at 9:20 to cause overflow at 9:35 and flooding by 9:45, and that's when Jackie showed up.
You care to condense that for me?
Okay, I'll try. Now, assuming that a live person is standing in a bathroom, they're not about to let a tub flow over, right?
Right.
So a live person turned on those faucets, which leads us to believe that Susan Baldwin was murdered between 9:20 and 9:35.
Which lets Alice off the hook completely.
Thanks to you. All right, now, Alice's alibi is solid. Now, especially when you consider the watch pin, which she dropped at the cottage at around 9:10.
So that eliminates one suspect.
And tightened the noose around another.
Who?
The only person who admits to being in that cottage between the times of 9:15 and 9:30. One Scotty Baldwin.
you sure this is a good idea?
I don't see I have any choice. He's my son.
Do you think Scotty's really innocent?
I'm going to try and find out.
Lee, I'm scared. I've seen what he can do to you.
That doesn't mean I turn my back on him, for heaven's sake. He needs my help. I've got to be there for him.
Why? So he can hurt you again? What does it take for you to realize how rotten he is?
Oh, come on now. You're talking about my son.
That doesn't make him any different. He's lied to you. He has used you. Now he's just going to start doing it all over again.
And not turn my back on him, dear.
Well, don't turn your back on me. I'm your wife. I do have a say in this.
Well, of course you do. But look, I don't know why you're so worried about it.
I am worried because I'm worried about about your health.
I'm fine.
I know what Scotty's going to do to you. He's going to get you all riled up and aggravated and angry, and the
Honey,
first thing you know...
I will not start drinking again.
Lee, please. Please don't do this. Please. Don't take this case. Just walk away from it now while you still have your health, while you still have me.
He needs a lawyer.
So refer him to one. There are lots of other lawyers in Port Charles.
Nobody knows him as well as I do.
Well, that's maybe exactly what he needs. Someone with an objective point of view. Someone who doesn't know him as well as you do.
I don't know.
I mean, please, you know what Scotty is capable of. I love you. I don't want to lose you to this. Please, just give the case to somebody else.
All right. I told him I'd stop by and see him, but I'll tell him to get someone else to represent him.
Well,
My lawyer's on his way.
well, while you're here, you
While I'm sitting here, I'm going to stare at the walls because I'm not saying anything more.
That's your legal right. Enjoy the decor.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted you to know I was back.
Oh, Stella.
What happened?
Why did Scorpio want to talk to you?
Yeah, what did you tell him?
Well, the commissioner just wanted me to remind Mr. Baldwin that he was left alone in the den when he visited Mrs. Quartermain.
Scotty.
That was it?
That's it. It's it.
Nothing about us?
No, it seems somewhat silly to me.
Silly? I think it's wonderful.
Well, if that's all, then I'm going to go up and see Mrs. Quartermain. She's upstairs in bed, and I want to see if she needs me.
Oh, you have done more for Mrs. Quartermain than you could ever imagine.
I have?
And for us.
You've made our day, Stella.
Well, that's good.
Well,
Scotty Baldwin.
can you beat that?
We should have guessed.
Well, I wonder why he did it. It couldn't have been for the money. Mrs. Grant inherited everything.
Well, maybe the police know something that we don't.
Like what?
I don't know. I wouldn't put anything past Scotty Baldwin. Obviously, he saw the gun in the desk drawer, took it, shot Susan, and was convinced that we'd be blamed for it.
We still might be.
What?
No one's been arrested for the murder. And we still have the best motive.
Well, motivation is no longer a concern of ours. We'll leave that to Scorpio and his millions. As far as we are concerned, Scotty Baldwin took the gun and used it to kill his wife.
Scotty,
Lee,
you all right?
I'm better now. Thanks for coming so quick.
So what's this all about?
I'm being framed for Susan's murder.
Framed?
Set up, taking the rap, in the fall guy, any way you want to put it.
By whom?
I don't know.
Well, that doesn't really come as a surprise. I mean, you're not exactly known in this town for your sterling character.
Listen, can we not go into that right now?
It's not irrelevant, Scotty.
All right, look, I know you don't think too much of how I conduct my business.
Oh, that's putting it mildly.
But this is serious, okay? I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble.
I realize that.
I need a lawyer.
I'm it?
I hope so.
I think you'd better ask somebody else to represent you.
No, wait a minute. Come on, I want you.
Why? This town is full of it.
Because you're the best. And you're my father.
That suddenly counts for something, does it?
It's always counted for something.
Okay. You sure have a funny way of showing it.
That was in the past, okay?
No. I have the scars, Scotty. And these don't go away, not ever.
I know, Lee. I know I've been out of line, okay?
Is that what you call it? You damn near destroyed me. And all you can say is that you were out of line, huh?
I'm sorry, really.
It's not enough, son.
Look, can't you just put this aside and help me out?
Open up all the old wounds. Who helps me, then?
It's gonna be different this time.
Scotty, a father-son relationship is not something that you just sort of put on and then let go at your convenience like a role in a play. You burned all of our bridges a long time ago, and I just don't think I have the heart or the desire to build them again.
What if my life is on the line?
What if mine is? Because it is.
Okay, fine. Forget about it. I just forget that I'm your son. Just think that I'm some poor sucker that needs an attorney right now, needs the best that I can get. I know that you don't approve of my character, but I'm entitled to due process just like anybody else. All right? All right, now, is your justice, is it just restricted to the Boy Scouts? Now, you've handled enough criminal cases. You know that you're not always dealing with the cream of society, that the bottom of the barrel is entitled to some kind of rights, too.
That's true. And no matter what I have said or what happens, I still care for you. You're my son.
You'll defend me?
I have never defended anybody that I thought was guilty, Scotty.
Are you asking me?
I am. And I want the truth, straight up. Did you kill Susan?
No, I didn't.
Well, I'm sorry to bust up the reunion, but now that your lawyer's here, we'll get down to formalities. Counselor, I'm booking your client. Suspicion of murder 1.